Wow. That was so laggy. Wait, what am I doing back here? Wait, what is going on? Oh no, my machine blew itself up. This is the result. Oh, I don't know how much TNT this was. Probably 40 some thousand TNT. What is happening? What? What is happening? It's just spraying out of the machine. It can't even load what's happening here. My game's gonna crash again, I bet. What is this? Okay, so there's TNT flying this way. And there's TNT flying here like a rainbow. What is happening? What is this? This is what happens when oh my gosh, like 40 some thousand TNT payload goes haywire. What is this? This isn't gonna load. This honestly is not gonna load. Okay, I want to go look over here. I'm curious if it's at least symmetrical with what is happening here. Oh wow, there's some added variation to the spray now. It's like filling in that little gap. What the heck? Okay, but it's all originating from this one corner of the machine. Let's see what happens when I get closer. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, that's that's an amount of TNT going that way. Oh, the lag. Okay, it's interesting that there's some detonation right under the machine there. I don't think I'm actually gonna be able to load this. What? Okay, what do I do? How do I get this to load? Okay. Oh, wow. I can't open my menu. I can't even get my HUD back. Maybe I leave and rejoin again. Oh, I can see TNT moving this way now too. This is insane. I saw some TNT over here. I'm assuming all the TNT is going to be spraying up the corners. All of that is wind charge propulsion. None of that should not be TNT propulsion. The TNT somehow escaped out the side of the blast chamber, which is supposed to be accelerating the TNT using wind charges, but it looks like some of it sprayed out the side somehow. Okay, I gotta leave and come back. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's hope. There's somebody on the realm right now? Or is that just delayed me? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Sometimes rejoining, I don't know, it almost forces it to load things that it's struggling with. Given that this is a realm, if I create a chunk loader, will that run whether anyone's online or not? If it will, then I could just create some picking areas and then just leave for a bit. I kind of need the realm back. I'm gonna try do some mobs or viewers tonight. It's been a little while. I think that might be fun. But I did comment. I'm a little bit late here to my timeline I gave some people, but some people were asking questions about the Giga Nuke and maybe the Micro Nuke, and I said I'll do a stream Tuesday, and if anybody has questions, they can check it out there. Whether or not I get any questions about nukes, I will just do a video showing the how to use a nuke, how to kind of diagnose some simple problems that commonly occur with them, and I'm also going to show how to fire it, how to load it, how to set the timers, and then I'll give you a sneak peek in my next nuke coming up. It is by far my favorite I have ever made. The nuke technology from my channel is getting bigger and bigger and better, which I think is super fun. Okay, we might have just crashed this whole realm. What do I do? Try again? Let it load? It's not gonna load. It's of friggin' entities. The world might be toast. Oh, excuse me. Look, it still thinks I'm online. It's a bad sign. Yeah, it still thinks I'm online. Let's just try again, I guess. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to revert it. You know what? I should just revert it now. I just was curious to see what a misfire of possibly 50,000 TNT it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the same doodad. All right, let's revert it. Oh. Okay, what do we do? Oh, I actually can't do it on here. I have to do it on my phone because I'm not signed in as this account. But I could do a little bit of work on the helm. I have not really been on there much yet. Here, let me just do this real quick. Realm saves. What save do I want? Okay, let's try. Oh, closest is midnight. And I know it blew itself up sometime between 2 and 4. I guess let's go. It doesn't matter. But I don't want to go to where the Giga Nuke isn't updated. Okay, let's go to this one. Oh, you know what I could do? I could go here. No, that won't. Okay, let's try that. Successful, restored it. One nice thing about realms. There's actually a lot of really nice things about realms. Okay, I'm gonna back out of here just so I can reload those. Do. All right, so here we are. This is before everything went south. The machine is destroyed. There is 50,000, roughly 50,000 TNT all detonated in front of it. I am not even going to mess with it. Let's get away from this thing. This thing will crash the world. So let's go, you know what? Let's just go away from it. I don't even want to fire in that direction. Whoa. Oh, my chunk pack. It's messed up down there. It's not showing me chunk borders anymore. I'm gonna need that. Why is it messed up? Let's go to world spawn. I forgot. This is world spawn. Oh my gosh, this attempt was sad. It was a sad attempt. I am glad I kept going with it though, because it was from this that I developed the Giga Nuke, which is this. Which, where did I fire the Giga Nuke? I don't even know. But anyway, so I'm going to grab this anyway. Okay, then this way we had the updated. Oh, do I have debug on? Look at all that snow everywhere. Those minecarts aren't supposed to be moving around. Okay, let's go look back over here. Oh, what? What is happening? Okay. Look at all this snow. Okay. I fired a westward fire, it looks like. And wow. Interesting. Oh, this is the micro nuke. Yeah, it's a decent payload. It's all right. But the Giga Nuke that I'm developing dwarfs this. The Giga Nuke dwarfed that too, but what I've made does crazy things. Okay, let's go to a whole new area. To, let's say, minus 10,000. Let's go up 50 and minus 10,000. Did I pick 100,000 for one of those numbers? Whatever. Okay. Now, let's go up about 50 blocks. 50 seems to be a really good height to launch this machine from. Giga Nuke. Test. What did I call it? Giga Nuke 2? No. Well, let's just load Giga Nuke and see what. Oh. Let's see what it looks like. It's not going to be the right one. No, it's not even close. Okay. What did I call the other one? I thought it was just Giga Nuke. Oh. Giga nuke. Is that it? Oh, I can't remember. I don't want to go back to my other thing. Giga nuke 2? Uh-oh. I put so much work into it and it changed it a lot. I wish it would just show you all of the structure saves that you have. Oh, maybe it's right here. Structure blocks. Maybe you could. Okay. Maybe I can list them. Is there any? Uh, okay, I guess I got to go to that other one. Oh, but it's like destroyed. That's not it. Giga nuke. All right. Sucky. I think it was somewhere near here. I'm just kind of typing in numbers. Did I say 100,000? Okay, you know what? The way to do this is to join my other account because that one was at it. Okay, the numbers of this one are, okay, it's there. The only problem is, uh, again, it's the same problem, but I can't get close enough to it. As if I need that structure block right there. Let's go get it. At least read it. Maybe if I can just read it. Come on. Come on, baby. Okay, what if I leave? What if I now leave those chunks? What if I unload them again? Okay, well, you know what? What if I go this way? I think I built this sort of close to another one. That didn't work. Um, I think 2,500 will get me close to another machine. What? Wait. My game crashed. Oh no. Why? I left the area. Oh, this is actually getting annoying. I guess that's one of the struggles of working with these huge machines. Yeah, some resources are failing to load. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got the structure block. Wow. Wow, amazing. Let's see if it's actually the right one. QT, I thought that's what I put. Anyway, okay. I don't have chunk borders now for some reason. Okay, I can't find chunk borders still. I actually placed this close to a chunk border. Okay, let's do a chunk border. Now it's got to be facing that direction. So we'll put this down over here. Sure. Build this up 50 blocks, but we need to be... So that's a chunk border there. I'll find the chunk border after. Oh, yeah, this needs to go a little higher. Right there. Okay, I think this is the newest iteration of the Giga Nuke. It's getting a little bit thicker. Now, this one, it's a little too ambitious. It is proposing to fire, like 55,000 TNT or so. I don't think this realm or my device has the ability to make that happen. So we need to move this way back. Okay. So like how far back? Let's see. Chunk border is here. This is the chunk border. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This might blow each other up. There's two nukes stuck together. What is this? Uh-oh. Risky business here. This is going to create a lot of entities. Oopsie. Got to be better ways to do this. I mean, I could have just blown it up. Wow. I wonder if I could kill those TNT with a command that are all floating in the air, waiting to crash my game. Get out of here. I don't want... Why is there a minecart in it? Oh, from the other one. 2. Okay, now one thing I have noticed is this machine so far has favored... Oh, I should make sure I'm on a chunk border now. I missed. I need to move one chunk forward. Or was it 2? One more. Chunk border is right here. And I just don't want a chunk border in the middle of it. Okay, we're good that way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Time to exterminate. Did one just jump off? Whoa. Okay, this is Giganuke. Oh my gosh. This is the next iteration of the Giganuke. Oh, I thought that was particles. We're gonna do just a quick video on sort of explaining how the machine works. In case that helps people diagnose problems with their machine, or just understand while they're building it what they're doing. I have noticed that this machine favors left side spread. It could just be random based off where I load it, and if I'm constantly entering slightly left or slightly right, that could be creating. But I do notice like that is different. Oh, it's not even that. It's this. I don't think that's going to make any difference whatsoever, but just for experimentation's sake, I'm going to make them both identical. Okay, so Giganuke, next unit. Here's one of the problems with the new design, which I may have. Oh, there's too many of these. Oh, that one. I actually don't use any hoppers there. That's more just to show off. You give you the idea that you can send this, really far, but given the size of payloads that I'm loading, it's just not feasible for me to get any serious distance out of it. If you wanted serious distance, you would really have to rely on smaller payloads or a really strong machine. Okay, so basically the big differences between this Giganuke and the previous one is storage capacity is much, much higher. Storing, I believe, very close to 60,000 TNT. And I don't think I'll be able to fire that much, but yeah, it has the capacity to do it. If your device has that sort of invincibility, then okay. Oh, we did expend some wind charges somehow. Does that mean we expended some TNT? No. My structure must just be short these or something. Okay. Wind charges right here are activated every time the payload clock runs. So eight flashes per cycle. Each one of these represent one of those cycles. That is about 20,000 TNT roughly. So 8 flashes per single one of these is what dispenses inside all of these dispensers, and these dispensers here creating the blast chamber. The blast chamber works by firing a I'm just going to turn debug on just in case I accidentally set this off. Debug mode basically makes it so that I can create lit TNT and it won't detonate. It replace it with minecarts, number the minecarts for when they were created, and then freeze them in time and space so they don't fall through gravity. That helps me debug these machines and find areas where TNT can be escaping. But anyway, so when we operate the payload distribution timer, it also sends, I believe it's 8 signals. I don't know. It could be slightly less. You could lose some data because this is an observer. But basically, we're sending as much data as we can during the payload distribution cycle to operate this quote unquote blast chamber for wind charges. The wind charges detonate right here. I actually think that the wind charges will not affect the minecarts. Yeah. Oh, did it? No, because the gravity is disabled to those minecarts. So what we will do is we'll operate this, and then we can see. You can see the TNT gets slightly shuffled around. Basically, what we're doing is we're just creating acceleration in the TNT in what I want is down and out, which I think is exactly what we saw with what you will see when I release the video of this payload. You know what? We could do a quick shot right now because this payload is just glorious. Okay, we've got we're gonna fire about 128 blocks. We are not gonna fire 20,000. Let's do the same. How much is this? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. This is the same amount of payload that the micro nuke sent. So we don't have any changes, no real changes to, let's do this. And I'm actually going to turn debug off in a second. We don't have any real changes to the payload distribution system here from here than the micro nuke. The big changes are the fact that the distribution system has storage now, so we can run for way more cycles. Another thing is I revamped the density timer. So this component here is going to absolutely crank up the density of this next nuke. The density is going to be, as far as I can understand, as completely dense as I could ever make this. Maybe I could come up with some denser ones, but after you see the payload, it's not necessary. I think this, I think the storage is overkill. Honestly, if you built the Giganuke with the amount of TNT that you're firing from the regular Giganuke and just convert it with this timer, also with this blast chamber arrangement, I think that is the money changes there. Let's run this machine. It's not going to run for that long, I don't think, and we really shouldn't get all that much lag because it's really not that much material. Let's just make sure we don't have a whole ton of stuff in here. Okay, should be good to go. We've got lots of wind charges, lots of TNT. Let's just pull back 4 chunks. I set a macro on my keyboard to give myself serious slowness. This is my version of Optify. I could zoom it in a bit further, but I think this is like the optimal zoom. And I might use this in just regular gameplay. Like, yes, I got slowness, but if you use your looking glass, you're gonna have serious slowness anyway. Like, you can't really run with that. Alrighty. I'm thinking something doesn't look right. Okay, now we're in payload distribution. It didn't blow up after the first cycle, which means it's probably gonna work fine. Nice. How much TNT is that? Trying to think. I think it's about, is it 100 cycles? 100 cycles would be about 8,000. No. What is the math on this? Each cycle dispenses 80 TNT. 100? Each cycle dispenses 8 TNT. I think that's correct. Times 10 dispensers. Each cycle dispenses 80 TNT. So if we fire that 100 times, that's 8,000. So this payload should be just under 8,000 TNT, which is a considerably small payload considering what I've been up to recently. Yeah, 8,000 TNT. Now, to gather 8,000 TNT in survival, I don't even know what that would look like. But if you were able to build this machine and have it ready, hiding it would be sort of difficult because now that we need to place our nukes up in the air, yeah, you can bury it in a mountain still. You can bury it in whatever you want. It just, the destination cannot be solid blocks. Okay, I feel like we're getting close. I hear a slight... No, I think it's fine. I think it's working just fine. Yeah, to build this machine in survival, I think it's doable. You'd probably have to be adept at building them constantly. Honestly, I think I would build, like if I was going to build a nuke on a server, I would build the micro nuke. But I would integrate this density and integrate the blast chamber. Because the only thing you're gaining out of this is just a ton more TNT. But I think you can get a lot done with, I think the micro nuke fired somewhere near 7,000 TNT. I could be wrong, but I think it was close to that. All right, I can hear a little bit of lag coming in. I like how smooth it is. Its operation feels smooth now. Before it was like concerning. Now, my test firing, attempting to fire about 55,000 TNT failed. And I think the fail point, I was talking with the y-axis, and axis figured these observers might be a problem because once you get to those serious lag points, observers might act differently than you expect. And those observers have to fire in order to push the TNT into the unloaded chunk. If those pistons don't fire, total destruction. Everything's gone. And I just don't know at what point observers start failing. Now it has to be a lot of entities in that space for it to start failing, because essentially what I think happened, either I have a problem with my timer, which I don't see why the timer would fail after, between 30,000 TNT and 55,000 TNT. I don't see why it would fail there after it's ran through literally hundreds and hundreds of these cycles. Besides the fact that the lag got so... Okay, there we go. Oh, that was interesting. I just saw the left side fire like 5 extra times. Why? Interesting. Anyway. Okay, so we have supposedly successful fire. Let's zoom back out. Let's go see what this looks like. Nice. Machine is perfectly intact. Before you leave the area, make sure you break those. Okay, so supposedly a perfect fire. Let's see how much TNT we dispensed. Not very much. Did we get through all of our timer? Yes. Timer gone. How many wind charges did we dispense? 54, 64. I'm curious. 56, 64. Okay, so it's actually slightly less over here. All right, let's go check out this payload. It's going to be a bit laggy, but see, one thing you really want to see is instant spread. You want your payload to have that instant spread. That might be all of it, actually. It wasn't that much that we sent, but the density that we accomplished here is so much greater. You want to see this snow. Oh, my macros aren't working now. It's so slow. You want to see the snow spread wide out, because that is an indication to us that the wind charges have done their work, and the TNT is going to have similar spread. You can see there hasn't been any TNT detonation yet, and we have great spread happening out there. It's tough to see. And you know what, really, visually right now, we're not really seeing what's actually happening. It usually loads better if I'm up higher, but then we miss some of the interesting things. So if we get up higher, okay, we can start to see some spray. Oh no. Oh shoot. No. It's debug. No. We're gonna have to refire this. You know what? No, let's look at it. I'm sort of curious. It's too late now. I'm sorry, I forgot debug was on. So now every piece of TNT is not going to be detonating. It's going to be converting it into a minecart and then freezing it where it is. Okay. That's okay. It's not kind of nice to see the debug here. Oh, and I can see which TNT we're going to detonate at what height. And that way I can tell if I go up here. I don't want to be zoomed in this far anymore. It's so laggy. Okay, it might be the minecarts might be even laggier than the TNT, honestly. But let's just have a quick look here. Even though I'm so zoomed in here because my macro's stuck, it won't adjust. I want to know what numbers these are. Wow, look at all that TNT down there. So this is where the TNT detonated. And I really want to read these numbers. What number is this? These collisions might be messing everything up. Okay, let's get out of that area. Let's let that unload for a sec. I don't know if it's going to delete all my TNT if I do that. Okay. Okay. I want this back. Let's go try see what TNT is where. Okay, didn't delete it. Okay, 119, 130. Where's TNT number 1? Wow, okay. TNT 1300, 1800, 2000. Oh, it's still going. 4000. TNT 5000. I don't want sneak on. Oh, my camera's totally disconnected from me. I can see me looking around. There we go. Oh, come on, stop. Base cam off. Oh, I can still see some TNT detonating over there. Okay. TNT number 5,000. Okay, so we're up to, okay, so that payload was about 5,000, not 8,000. Let's see, 5,000, 530. Okay, look at this nice spray. This is where these detonations were happening. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at all this payload out here. That is just such a beautiful layout of payload. Let's see. So we're gonna have to let this all load out, but you can see the minecarts. Okay, I'm gonna let that just chill. Look at how the snow curves there. That's cool. So this is the epicenter of our payload, and we have a beautiful spray on the outsides there. So this is about, uh, I think the majority of the 5,000 TNT are all sprayed inside here. Let's try find TNT number 1. Maybe up higher is lower. Come on, I did not do that. Oh, come on. That's a lot of collisions, I do admit. This is super interesting though. See this payload like this. So I think the upper minecart's there. Okay, am I seriously on face cam? I'm just gonna disable that pack. I don't even really use it much anymore. So I think the upper TNT detonate before the lower TNT. Obviously they're, well, not necessarily. No, because if they, oh, I guess, given how the payload looks when it's all done, so 100. Oh, I thought I saw it in there. Number 2, close enough. TNT number 2. Okay. So TNT number 2, this is a 5,000 long, roughly 5,000. Okay, it's finding more TNT to mark. 55. Okay, so you know what? It could be close to 8 because there's a lot of TNT out here. Look at all this TNT it needs to mark. 59. We'll be well over 6,000 here, or 56. 56, and that's just in this quadrant. Gonna have to mark all of this. Just let it mark. So all of this TNT out here is dispersed due to wind charge. So I'm curious to see the actual shape of wind charge dispersion, and I'd be interested to compare this with the micro nuke. I kind of already know this is going to be much greater. Okay, we're converting all of these to minecarts. There we go. Okay, this quadrant is done. Now there's going to be more coming in here. There should be more. Some. I have to. Where is that TNT coming from? Okay, there's our core. Okay, it's finding some. Is there some more out here? Oh, okay. Where's that snow going? Okay, it landed there. Look at how wide that is. From this little machine, this is how big this payload's going to be. It's basically going to encompass all of this. Okay, so we're going to get quite a bit more TNT out here. It's going to encompass basically the entirety of this whole snow layer track or whatever. Oh, wow. Is it actually sending it out that far? I think that snow is actually landing there. It's just visually going out here. Wow, look at how much farther this TNT is traveling. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. I like this. I like this sort of science behind these payloads. I wish it was a little smoother doing these. Okay, so we're at about 6,000 TNT. 6,000 TNT dispersed in a meaningful way. There could be some like sprayed way out there, but that's sort of not that useful for this machine. Okay, I feel like we're getting close to the end of this payload. Now, when I do, I'm gonna run this again, but I think I want to operate it in a simulation distance of like 15, 16. I want to see all of this destruction at the same time. It's almost a little bit like anticlimactic to go around and look at it all. Now, I'm curious. Okay, so this is... Wait. Okay, I don't see any real rhyme or reason to this row. This has TNT between 200 and 4,000. This row has TNT. Oh, because each cycle is creating each one of these different fuse times of TNT. So all of these have the exact same fuse time. All of these have the exact same fuse time. And this is nice. Look at how thick. Don't do this to me. Look at how thick the maximum fuse time payloads are. So these detonations, I don't want them to be lower. I think I want it like this, because the upper detonation, what is going on? All right, I think I'm done with this. Okay, we're gonna run this again. My gosh. This is so annoying. Okay, we're gonna run the machine again. Same payload. Let's get rid of all of that debugging. That's not a real command. Removed 5941 markers. So that's, oh, interesting. Okay, interesting that it's right in there. Okay, So basically 6,000. Let's call that 6,000. Move 9 markers. Okay. Debug is now off. TNT will detonate properly. The machine is I want to do 100, an even 100. I want to see what an even 100 gives us. How much is that? Let's just go 64 and 40. 104. Oh. Oh my gosh. Why did I just do that? Let's just go 2 stacks. My gosh. Hi, Ellie the Genius. How are you doing? And as far as distance, let's go the exact same distance. Let's go 2 stacks. We'll just drop this exactly where the other one was. Wind charges, it's fine. This thing holds. We could do this. Oh, I gotta reset it anyway. Just doing some testing on my next Giga Nuke iteration. No, thank you. I really gotta deal with that. Okay. 2 full stacks. That's how far we're gonna go. And let's just do 2 full stacks of payload. How much would that be? I'm hoping for like something like 8,000. It's a fairly small payload. But okay, this all looks normal. 8,000 TNT, I think is a decent amount. I'm going to calculate that while this loads. Give myself slowness to zoom in. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Good. Okay, I'm going to calculate this real quick. 8 TNT per dispenser times okay, so 2 stacks of items in the payload cycle equals 10,240 TNT. So I guess we'd call that a medium size payload. Considering, okay, did that everything work properly? Is there TNT? Why don't I see TNT? There we go. Considering my last nuke fired 38,000 and it was pretty big, but 10,000. I think 10,000 TNT is like, I'm hoping to build a machine that's actually useful, not just a gimmick. And I think that's why I've pressed so hard to make them smaller. Because when you try to build a machine that's just so big and complicated, it's kind of a deterrent. But then again, if you build a machine that's small and doesn't do, doesn't send the message you want to send, it's not useful either. So I want to be able to build a small nuke and be able to have it had a payload that gets the attention of whoever you're trying to get the attention of. I should find a way that I can count these. It would be nice running diagnostics while I'm operating the machines to tell how much TNT has been dispensed, tell how far we're planning to fire it, wind charges, I would love to be able to see the acceleration the wind charges are giving to the TNT, because I'm basically just trial and error right now. I don't understand wind charges enough. I'm just putting them in different directions and hoping it works. Okay, yeah, both sides are firing fine. Assuming we're about halfway through this payload now, hopefully. I don't mind watching it. I think I like how clean this nuke runs. This nuke hasn't blown itself up in a good number of tests now. I'm past the blow up phase. That phase lasts, for a while there. My nukes were blowing themselves up basically every day. I kind of just put them aside after they blew themselves up for a week straight, and then I don't know, I just picked it back up again. I think I learned some more things about the new skipping mechanics and what we're up against. And okay. That looks good. So when you're building these machines and you're in this phase where you're like watching it just build payload after payload, what you're waiting for is that right there center. Here, I can do this. Right there. What you're waiting for is this redstone block to lift, and that's going to activate these pistons, which is going to push the redstone blocks down, which is going to activate the pistons that push everything. We do see a little bit of lag coming in, which is normal. You have 10,000 plus entities trying to sit right on the other side of this chunk. Axis was saying likely lag is caused by the collision checks with all of that TNT colliding, and maybe that's amplified by us adding acceleration to them with wind charges. I don't know, but I do know that this payload should push just fine. It's when we start to get closer to 40,000 TNT that it becomes pretty unsustainable, unstable, I guess is a better word. But then again, 10,000 TNT, to me, that is a huge nuke for a survival world. 40,000 TNT is a sweet gimmick. Like, I believe that would be the largest payload ever sent on Bedrock. I haven't really seen other people's nukes, people that don't use commands. I think Barge has nukes that send enormous payloads. Maybe they're not that big, I don't know. But I know some of his stuff uses commands. So it's difficult to put those in the same category. As far as strictly vanilla, I do believe that this machine right here has the highest payload count in all of Minecraft Bedrock. I don't know what Java nukes have, cubic meters. I don't know what sort of quantity of TNT is being sent. I imagine it's quite a bit. I would guess anywhere between 10 and 20,000. I have a feeling it's not higher than 20,000. Also because it's been built on survival. Well, yeah, I really think I should add some sort of just even a comparator that tells me how far down the timer we are, because when I did my test last night trying to push 55,000 TNT, it blew up somewhere between 30 and 50, and I'd like to know exactly where so that I can, I don't know, diagnose that. And there might be a point where it's like, why do you need to send 50,000 TNT? There's no real reason. It's like going to the far lands. Like, there's no real reason besides the fact that you can do it, I guess. I like this macro for zooming in and out. It's so handy. Slowness 8. I can't imagine how slow I have to walk with this, but I don't need to. I could even increase it. I could increase that to like slowness 20 and zoom right in. But I want to use this uh on my mobs or viewers streaming so that I can see things. I actually have a hard time seeing. I have some color blindness with, and it affects me in games quite a bit. Call of Duty, I can never see enemies unless they're moving right in front of me. That's why I have to do tricks. I have to trick people into doing what I want them to, and then come into the certain door, follow me down this certain area. Otherwise, I can't. I can't win gunfights. That's my excuse anyway. Yeah, it's literally just a macro giving me slowness, and I'm just using Alt K and Alt N to switch that out. That's awesome. Nice for diagnosing, and also the debug pack I made for this is awesome. Being able to see, basically what I did is I just set it so that as soon as TNT is trying to explode, it deletes it and replaces it with a minecart that doesn't have any gravity, and numbers the minecart to what number of TNT it was so that I can see what payload is exploding where. It's awesome for debugging, because what I was having problems with was TNT escaping into other components of the machine. And I was like, where is this coming from? So I needed to have it so that I can go up there and look at it. I also have, I don't know if I should use it, but I have free cam, and I can take the free cam and go like right up to the machine. But for some reason, when I'm trying to render those entities, it really lags out. So I'm not going to do it. It's getting pretty laggy already. $10,000 TNT. What was it? 10,200. I wish I could change the sim distance on a realm, but you can't. Could download the world and run it. But you know what? How long it takes the payload to load on 4-chunk sim is insane. I couldn't imagine 16 chunks. It'd be cool. It'd be super cool. There is free cam on there because I wanted. So the hardcore realm is actually going to be. I'm setting it up to do mob hunts on the hardcore realm. Basically, what it's going to be. Oh, here it's done. Basically, what it's going to be is everyone gets 1 life, but if you die, you can still join the realm, but only as a mob around other players who are alive. I wanted the free cam because I'm going to use that to create content, and I think the free cam would be cool to be able to zoom out and see all the mobs being controlled by players kind of moving around me sporadically. I think it would make awesome streams. But I don't like the free cam being able to look under the ground. So I'm going to try either make my own or get rid of it. Okay. Who's ready for some lag? 10,000 TNT. Let's see if the machine, first of all, blows itself up. It usually doesn't. That looked good. Nice. Okay. We've got a clean fire. One thing I'm going to do, I've learned to disable those two. Because this machine has so much TNT inside it, once it gets unloaded and reloaded from different angles, it can do funny things to the timing mechanisms. So breaking those 2 repeaters completely disables. Hi, it's me. Completely disables the any of the TNT distribution. Okay, let's go check out some lag. So we have just fired. I want to see, first of all, snow being sprayed out. Okay, I saw some snow. That's good. This is 10,000 TNT being launched by the new Giga Nuke iteration. Okay, that looks good. That spread looks really good. Let's see here. I want to see the snow. It's tough because I'm launching this on top of I did a test launch already. I'm just going to roll through this just to load, give it a quick load through the epicenter, and then come back. I load this again. It's so weird loading these payloads. I could not imagine what this is like in survival. And I want to load the edges too. Just a little bit. I don't want to load them fully. I'm going to load this side. I did a debug fire here, so the first layer of snow is from that. Okay, let's load this way. This would be so weird in survival. Okay, it looks good. So what I did is I also made this Giga Nuke so much more denser. I think it's about 5 or 6 times denser than the other Giga Nuke. Because I don't want a really long payload. I want a squared payload. In fact, I'll tell you guys right now, this next nuke is called Giga Nuke Squared, because I'm attempting to make it a square payload and condensing the payload as tight as we did and adding the size of payload. We've basically cubed the original Giga Nuke payload. Oh, it's going to be called Giga Nuke Squared. I haven't. That looks awesome. It takes so long to load these payloads, but as soon as it starts rendering in some of the destruction, okay, I can hear detonations, so that's good. So basically what's happening is the TNT is detonating in layers here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. You just saw one layer detonating there. We have 4 layers of payload with set specific fuse times. Those are going to be creating spray. The actual epicenter of the payload is down here. It's probably down here already. It is a lot of TNT. Majority of the TNT is going to be sitting down here at a maximum fuse time. Other amounts of TNT are going to be, I think it's like, it's a little bit more per layer. So the top layer has the least amount of TNT, which is good. And I wanted those detonations to be happening to help push the majority of the payload down. You don't really want a whole bunch of TNT exploding in the air. That's sort of counterproductive, although it is neat. You know, if you dropped this in the middle of, say, like a village or a forest, it's going to decimate tall things. You don't want it to just destroy ground. You want it to actually cause destruction. So you do want some TNT detonating in there. You just don't want all of it detonating it up in the air, because then it doesn't like create this mass effect. It's just like everything above it's destroyed. People don't usually build straight up. They build in like a big square. So that's why I want this payload to match how people build. All right, 10,000 TNT. I'm hoping to fire payloads 5 times bigger than this. I might try again tonight. Look at all that TNT in the air. Okay, that's all like the afterburn. What we're gonna see the destruction in another second here. I can feel it. There it is. That is the epicenter of the new Giga Nuke. Look at how deep this scar goes. That is awesome. Now there's about 20% of the TNT still to detonate. There's going to be some up here, which should detonate just fine because we have the epicenter done. Another spray this way. Now, some of it is just going to go like just way out there. I consider that lost payload. Oh yeah, here we go. But these sides, they do considerable damage. Oh, I think I'm missing some. Oh no, maybe that's all of it. And I wanted it to be as square as possible. Have good epicenter and square it out a bit. Uh-oh, is our machine in danger? No, it seems okay. All right, let's load this side, and then we'll get a... Oh, I can see a lot of TNT up in the air there. That's okay. It should be dangerous to fly near a nuke going off. So anybody flying near here is going to be in danger. All right. Nice. That is probably my favorite payload I've done so far. Okay, let's just see. What are we doing out here? Yeah, okay. Leaving a mark way out there. That's fine. Okay, but what I'm really interested in how dense we got this payload. Like you built your base here and now this is all that's left. There's like, I don't think, like if you wanted to hit wider than that, this is like, I would say an ideal size. Hitting wider than that, you're probably only going to do surface damage. With this, we're actually chewing up the actual ground. Like, look how deep we chewed in here. You're going to cause serious damage with that. Look at this area. This is awesome. I didn't want just surface damage. Because surface damage looks cool. Like the Giga Nuke was shocking. Being able to fire a payload thousands of blocks long from a tiny machine. Like the snow down there is a little bit annoying. I hate when snowmen fall out of the machine. But look at how small this is. I mean, it is considerably bigger than the micro nuke. But compared to other nukes out there, it looks a little bulkier than I really wanted it to, but that can do this at essentially unlimited distances. This payload looks way different than my other one. I wonder if I fired more than 10,000 TNT before. Oh, I did. My other test fire, which I posted in my Discord, was about 20,000 TNT. I'd be interested to see how far you could fire this. Anyway, that was awesome. I am so happy with that machine, the Giga Nuke squared. So what would this be? This is a fifth payload. A fifth payload. That's kind of funny to say. Now, you can kind of see the epicenter is like here, but this, I'm going to turn this up. The spray that we got this way, it's almost just beginning at this quantity of payload. As soon as we get like out, say around here, around 30,000, this gets enormous. So it's like looking at the tip of an iceberg. Once we get it at maximum capacity, it is going to be like super destructive. But realistically, firing 50,000 TNT, I'm going to do it once. I'm going to do it once to get this machine just, on the map. Be known as a tiny nuke that can fire that much TNT. Besides that, after I'm done this, I'm going to knock it all the way back down and make my most refined nuke, balancing all of these different advantages. You want a more cubic payload, you don't want a straight line. Straight line is neat, but you want cubic. You don't want, like, a circle would be cool, but I don't build those kind of nukes. I maybe will, but I haven't started yet. And you don't want it to be this bulky. I'm not pleased with how bulky it is. So I'm going to be breaking it down a bit. Too much TNT. After I do the 50,000 launch, we're going to knock it all the way back down. Observers might be a problem. Observers might be a weak point when we're thinking about pushing that many entities. I might have to look into redoing my machine here that condenses it, densifies the payload. I might have to find a different iteration of that. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this one. Oopsie. Yeah, that is the next nuke coming down the pipe. Will hopefully get a successful maximum payload launch and check out the destruction that causes. Put it on the wall in a picture frame and then put that machine away, because I am never going to fire 50,000 TNT after that again, hopefully. 10,000 TNT, I would launch this any day. If I was trying to destroy someone's base, I would be happy with this. I wouldn't even need to push 20,000. You're not going to go grief someone's base who can do this to whatever you own. So I think that's the best use of this machine. Maybe not even an actual weapon, but a deterrent, which is kind of what nukes are, I guess, these days. Anyway, that's going to be it for me for today. Yeah, hopefully that test fire goes well, and I can start recording the video in the next couple days, release that. I'm almost at the point where I'm ready to be done with nukes for a little bit. Unless something else changes in our mechanics. I think I've pretty well pushed this nuke design to its max. You know what? To its most reasonable max. Like, who needs bigger than that? I sure don't. And then I'll probably focusing in on my mobs or viewers game mode. Try and get that ready to install on the helm, and then we can start making hilarious content on there with everybody. But solar batteries are low. Anyway, that's it for me. I will see you guys next time.